Okay. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is something that's pretty embarrassing for me. This is a story time about the time my wig fell off at a basketball game. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before I tell this story. So my wig has actually fallen off 2 times.
Boy, if you
Both while I was like at school. So yeah. So this was a basketball game. It was an away game. If you don't know me, I just graduated high school in May. It is right now. It is November 4th, I think. I graduated in May. I've only been graduated for a couple months. This story happened before I graduated my senior year, so it wasn't that long ago. This happened during my senior year, and not that many people know about this. Like, I didn't even tell my mom this because it's like embarrassing, but you know, if you were there, you know. If you weren't, you don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm like exposing myself right now. Okay, so it was an away game, and I don't remember the school we were playing against. It wasn't during like basketball season. I think it had to be like it was before the season actually started. So I think it was like a playoff game or like a game, or it could have been like the very last. No, I think it was the beginning of the year. I mean the beginning of the basketball season. So that's just what I'm gonna go with. I remember this game. We got to the school really early and other schools were like playing against each other. So it was like third quarter of the game. My sister on the team, her name is Malia. I think we were losing and she didn't want to cheer anymore. So she was like sitting under the bleachers, like doing homework or something. So I was on the line with like everybody else. I'm trying to remember who was on the line and who actually like saw it happen. So it was like third quarter and I had this curly wig on. It was on, like I had it glued in the front, but it wasn't like sewn or anything in the back. So it was just like on my head, and then I had a braid in the front that it was attached to. It wasn't really secured. That was on my fault. So and I think this was my idea. So we were standing on the line and I was like, hey, like let's do a jump. We should do a jump. And everybody's like, okay, like what jump do you want to do? Da-da-da. So then we're like, let's just do we did a right herky. And when I do jumps, like I put my whole body into it. So when I jump, like my head swings and everything. So mind you, it's not secured in the back of my head. But I had worn this wig before. Like I had been wearing it for like long enough. Like I've jumped before in this wig and nothing happened. So like I don't know, but they were like, we count down the jump, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. I go to do the jump, right, and it's a right herky, so my arms are out, and I snap my head down. Like I jump and I snap it down, and as soon as I snap my head down, I feel my wig go forward, and then when I land, it like flops, but it doesn't go like back to where it was, like to the back of my head. It just kind of like flops and then sits. And as soon as I feel like it flopped this way, I like run, like I put my hands on my head to like hold the wig, and then I run off the court. Like I ran so fast because I was like, I don't know who saw me, I don't know, like this and that. And when I'm running, I just hear like all the cheerleaders like gasping, laughing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they saw it. This is so embarrassing. Like I like wanted to cry. So I run to Malia, who's sitting under the bleachers, and she's like, what happened, what's wrong? And I'm like, my wig just flew off. And then she's like, what, are you serious, like what are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, it just flew. Like it flew when I did the jump, it like flew and then it fell back down. So then she's like laughing but trying to help me like put it back on, because when I had flipped forward, the glue like unattached itself, like not all the way, but like it wasn't like secured anymore. So she's like trying to get like bobby pins, and like we're trying to like pin it in there, and then all the cheerleaders come running off the court, and they're like dying, and they're like, are you okay, like what happened? And they're just like laughing and asking if I'm okay, and I'm just like, nobody talked to me, like that's so embarrassing. And then I'm just sitting there like, who saw me? Did the players see me? Did people in the stand see me? Did the other side see me? And they're like, nobody was like looking at us. Like obviously they're not like they don't come to basketball games to watch the cheerleaders, so like obviously no one really cared. But I was really like, I wanted to cry. I didn't cheer the rest of the game. It was like third quarter, so I just kind of sat under the bleachers because I didn't want to go back out and like see somebody like laughing, or like I was like, what if somebody was recording the game and then like we did a jump and then you just see me and my wig just fly off. Like I don't know, I thought it was really embarrassing, so I was like, no, like I'm just gonna sit under the bleachers. I told my coach, and she's like, yeah, that's fine, just sit down. She's like, girl, just sit down. And then the second time, well actually this is the first time my wig flew off, but I was at practice, so, and it was a different wig. So this was after homecoming. I'm telling this story so that the video isn't like 2 seconds long, but it was at practice, and we're doing like flips and stuff, so we're tumbling, and I had on this blonde wig. We're at practice and we're tumbling, and I was tumbling all practice, doing cartwheels and round-offs and all this, and my wig was like secure. Like I had clips, I had hairpins, all this, but it's secure. So I think I did a cartwheel on my right side. I'm really good at cartwheels on my left side, not on my right side. I don't know why, but did a cartwheel on my right side, and when I did it, I flipped over and my wig just fell off. Like it, like not how at the game it was like half on my head, like it was on the ground. But when I did the flip and I felt it come off, I pushed myself to the ground so that like nobody would see my wig there. Then I just like put on, and then I ran. Like I'm such a fast runner. I put it on and then I ran, and I was like, oh my gosh, like da da da. And then everybody's like laughing, and they're like, oh my gosh, like did your hair just come off? And I'm like, it did just come off. It just fell to the floor. It did. And everybody's like, oh my god, like are you okay? And then I'm like putting it back on, trying to readjust it, and everybody's like, go to the bathroom, do you need a mirror, this and that. So basically, like, lesson is secure your wig, sis. Like don't be like me and not know how to secure your wig. It's embarrassing as heck. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, cuties.